Let's be real for a second. If you look up how to start a business right now, you are going to be flooded with people trying to sell you a dream. They'll tell you to just follow your passion or pick whatever business is trending on TikTok this week. But here's the cold, hard truth that nobody wants to admit. Passion doesn't pay the bills if there's no market, and trends usually die right when you've finished setting up your website. If you want a business that actually lasts, one that doesn't just eat your savings and stress you out, you need a system. You need to find the intersection between what the world is willing to pay for and what you are uniquely qualified to deliver. Today, we're going to ignore the hype. We're going to talk about how to actually research a profitable business that fits you. Not your neighbor, not some influencer, but you.
First, we have to talk about the passion trap. We've been told since we were kids to do what you love and the money will follow. That is some of the most dangerous advice out there. I love playing video games, but nobody is going to pay me to be mediocre at Call of Duty. Instead of looking for your passion, I want you to look for your endurance. What is a problem that you can stand solving every single day for the next 5 years? Because business is mostly just solving problems. If you hate talking to people, don't start a service-based agency. If you hate logistics, don't do e-commerce. Profitability starts with a business model that doesn't make you want to quit by month 3.
So, how do we find these ideas? We start by looking at friction. Every time you say, "This sucks," "This is too expensive," or "Why is this so hard to do?" a business idea is born. I want you to spend the next week being a friction hunter. Carry a notebook or use your phone's notes app. Every time you encounter a minor inconvenience in your life or your job, write it down. Don't judge the ideas yet, just collect them.
Once you have a list of 10 or 20 frictions, we move to the research phase. This is where most people fail because they just ask their friends, "Hey, do you think this is a good idea?" Your friends will lie to you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. Real research happens in the dark corners of the internet. You need to go to Reddit, Quora, and specialized Facebook groups. Find the subreddits where your potential customers hang out. Don't look for what they like, look for what they are complaining about. Look for the threads with 500 comments where people are venting their frustrations about a current product or service. That's your gold mine. If you see a recurring complaint that sounds like, "I wish there was a way to do X without having to deal with Y," you've found a gap.
Now we have to validate that gap. Just because people are complaining doesn't mean they'll pay to fix it. This is where we look at existing competitors. A lot of beginners get scared when they see competition. They think, "Oh, someone is already doing that. I should find something new." That is the wrong way to think. Competition is the ultimate proof of profitability. If someone else is spending money on ads to sell a similar service, it means there is a hungry market. Your job isn't to be the first. Your job is to be the better or the different one. Take a look at your competitors' worst reviews. Go to Amazon or Trustpilot. What are the 2-star and 3-star reviews saying? Those people are telling you exactly how to beat the market leader. They're saying, "The product is okay, but the customer service is terrible," or "It works, but it's way too complicated to set up." There's your entry point. Your business becomes the easy version or the personalized version of what already exists.
But here is the most important filter: the profitability versus effort scale. In 2026, the middle class is being squeezed, and your time is your most valuable asset. You need to ask yourself, is this a high volume or a high margin business? High volume means you need thousands of customers to make a living. Think cheap stickers or basic apps. High margin means you only need 5 or 10 customers to change your life. Think specialized consulting, high-end craftsmanship, or B2B services. For most people starting a side hustle or a small business, high margin is the way to win. It's much easier to find 10 people to pay you $1,000 than it is to find 10,000 people to pay you $1.
Once you've narrowed it down to an idea that has friction, has competitors you can beat, and has good margins, you have to do the personal audit. Ask yourself, why am I the one to win this? Maybe you have a background in accounting, so your finance tech idea has more credibility. Maybe you've been a stay-at-home parent for 10 years, so you understand the scheduling pains of a family better than any CEO. This is your unfair advantage. If you don't have one, you're just another person in the crowd. Your business needs to be an extension of what you already know
or what you're willing to learn faster than anyone else. Now, let's talk about the smoke test. Before you spend a dime on inventory, before you register an LLC, before you buy a domain name, try to sell it. Create a simple landing page. Run $50 worth of targeted ads. See if anyone actually clicks buy or signs up for your waitlist. If 100 people visit your page and 0 people sign up, your research was wrong, and that's okay. It's better to lose $50 and a weekend than to lose $5,000 and 6 months on a business that nobody wants. People think business is about taking big risks. It's not. It's about risk mitigation. It's about doing so much homework that by the time you actually launch, you already know there's a line of people waiting for you. And please, stop overcomplicating the profitable part. A profitable business is just finding someone with a problem, proving you have the solution, charging more than it costs you to deliver it. That's it. Don't get distracted by fancy logos or scaling before you've even made your first dollar. As you go through this research process, you're going to feel a lot of doubt. You're going to think every idea is taken. You're going to think you're not entrepreneurial enough. Ignore that noise. The most successful businesses I know aren't innovative in the way Silicon Valley is. They're just reliable. They show up, they solve a specific pain point for a specific group of people, and they charge a fair price. The middle class is struggling right now because we were taught to be employees, not owners. We were taught to wait for instructions. But finding a business is about giving yourself instructions. It's about looking at the world not as a consumer, but as a fixer. So, here's your call to action. I don't want you to just watch this and feel inspired. I want you to go to a forum or a comment section related to something you know about. Look for the phrases, "I hate it when," or "Does anyone know how to?" That is the sound of money calling you. Research isn't a one-time event, it's a habit. Once you start seeing the gaps in the market, you can't unsee them. And once you find that one idea that aligns with your skills and has a proven demand, the squeeze starts to feel a lot less tight. You start to realize that you're not stuck. You just haven't built your exit yet. Building a business is the ultimate way to take back your time and your financial future. But it starts with being honest about the math and being ruthless with your research. Don't build what you want to build. Build what the world is begging for. Thanks for sticking with me through this. If you found a friction today, or if you've been researching an idea and you're not sure about it, let's talk in the comments. I'm curious to see what you guys are digging up. I'll see you in the next video. Let's go get to work.